Hey, this is Ronnie. Pardon my walk by. I was gonna pull some cards, which I don't know why. It's just really bad goofies. Pardon my walk by. Really screwed up energy. It is Chinese New Year, which is really cool shit, and it is new moon, no moon, basically. New moon. Why don't they just say no fucking moon in Aquarius or some shit? And I'm an Aquarius Virgo, an astrology shit. There ain't no moon, but it's cloudy right now, so you can't see if there ain't no fucking moon or not anyway. But I'm going to pull some cards, but I just ran into something this evening. I said, everything's really weird. Okay, here's the scoop. This is just a little story, okay? Totally true story. Has nothing to do with anybody personally or anything. But I got to get this out there. There's a lot of background noise because my furnace is running, and it's about 12 feet away, and I'd rather have background noise than freeze my ass off, alright? And it is, right now, 3 degrees at my home, and I got the heat cranked up where I'm a little warm because I work outside 90% all day, and the average temp with the wind chill where I'm in the wind and fighting out there is basically, I think the warmest I got today with the wind chill was minus 19, so yeah. But I ain't bitching, that's my job. I got my big clothes, but boy, I tell you what, it gets to you after 8, 9, 10 hours of that shit. And fighting the wind with trailer doors and stuff, and they beat you to death. Yeah, it's awesome. But now let's get to the story. I got a really nice message, no problem, about Chinese New Year, and a super close friend of mine I love more than anybody in the world that's older than me, okay? They had got a grandson born, I think, not quite, well, it couldn't have been a full month ago or right at a month ago. But I said, yeah, and happy Chinese New Year, because I sent him a deal. It's Chinese New Year, the year of the pig. He said, hey, I got a grandson. Chinese New Year, that's cool, he's a sign of pig. Like, hey, that's cool, awesome. And, you know, and then I answered that person, like, that's cool and stuff. And then I thought about it a little bit because me personally, I've never had children, okay? Not that I can't, I just never had the urge. I've been married twice and no kids, alright? I'm wonderful at kids teaching. I don't know why God made me the way never to have kids around constantly, because I was always gone driving a truck when I was younger. Could have never been a father. I think that's 90% of it. But all that story aside, it's what happens to me. I'm going to explain this. Now, don't be haters and hate my guts. I'm telling the truth, okay? And I do have my coffee in my John Deere cup. They ain't going to fucking sue me. I got my beer and I got my freaking cigarette. I want to make this short and simple and sweet, but it's Ronnie's, not psychology, like Confucius guy. I look at things different. I said, I was dead when I was 16 years old, okay? I went to the other side, came back. I have a different way of philosophy. That's what I'm looking for. I have a different philosophy than so-called normal humans because they've never been dead, don't know if there's another side, don't know, fear of the unknown, and they just go by whatever. I go by what I do because I already know. You know, whatever, it's going to happen to me sooner or later. I do know one thing. Every human dies, okay? So, fuck that. No, you need to quit smoking. You know what? I could quit smoking tomorrow and then get hit by another fucking truck crossing the frickin' highway running my truck and be dead as fuck because I've been hit by a truck before, and that much saved me from being dead twice already. Okay, so that's pointless. But yeah, who's to say what's going to make you live longer, this, all your duck, you know, when it's your time to die, it's your time to die is the way I look at it, alright? When it's time to go back, it's time to go back for me. When it's your first time, I guess it's your first time. Alright, now, here's the deal about, I had a grandson and he's got a kid. After, you know, I sent a nice message, yeah, that's cool, but it just hit me in the head. I really don't give a fuck. Okay? Not because I'm an asshole. I really don't give a fuck. just like people that show me pictures of their kids or their grandkids, or they post them, or they show me them. You know, if I don't know them and it's kids, it just hit. I really don't give a fuck. And not to be an asshole, okay? I don't give a fuck because it makes no sense to me. I've never had kids. So I'd never have grandkids. I've been around kids, but I've never had my own. So I don't know the feeling of having your own kids and them having grandkids. To me, if I couldn't be a father, I wasn't going to have kids because I don't want no kids to grow up like a piece of shit. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You don't have a clue if your kids are going to be good or bad, even if you do the best you can. That's just that's just the way it fucking works, okay? But this brings up the deal. It's not that I'm a dick. I don't comprehend Father's Day because I never had kids. I don't comprehend people, this is my daughter, this is my son, this is my I've never had them. All right. Now this leads me to a simple, physiological question and answer, okay? I'm going to try to put this simple. Probably 10, 15 years ago, a really close friend of mine said, yeah, she just had a granddaughter. And I'm like, yeah, so no offense, so what? So does billions of people on this planet every day. Yeah, she's so special. I said, yeah, okay, no, life is special. Don't get me wrong there. I'm not saying that. For me to comprehend kids and grandkids and that, I don't. Because here was the kicker. I said, yeah, so what? It happened to me. Well, and she asked me straight out, don't you miss never having kids or grandkids? And it didn't take me that fast to answer her back. I said, no, but I really don't know. And she goes, what do you mean, no, but you really don't know? You miss having kids or not? I said, no, but I really don't know. I said, here is the question. It ain't if I miss having kids, because I really don't, but I don't know if I do. Here is the question. How can you miss something you never ever had? I've never had kids. I've never had grandkids. How can I personally miss something if I don't know what it's like to ever have it? A kid, a car. Don't you miss being rich? I don't know. No, I don't. I've never been rich. If I was rich as shit once, like billions of dollars, and lost it all, then possibly I could explain, yeah, I missed it. I've made $100,000 a year before, and I've been down to 12,000 years before. That's not enough to, like, you know, you just work it out. But yeah, that was a question. Don't you miss having kids and or even having grandkids around? No, but I don't know. I can't comprehend that situation. I've never been in it, okay? And I said, how can you miss something you never had? If you've never had it, how can you miss it? If you miss something you never had, it's not really truthfully missing something. It's envying other people or jealousy of other things. If you're true to your heart and yourself and you've never had it, you can't miss it. I said, the only thing that makes you miss something you never had is jealousy or whatever other word I said. I said, my brain's running a billion mile an hour here. I was going to run tarot card reading, but I got to explain this first. And there's nothing bad about that, all right? I just want people out there to understand, not just about having kids, but a lot of people that never had kids and don't now, that people keep, when are you going to have kids? Don't you miss Father's Day? No, I feel so left out on Father's Day. No, I fucking don't. I never had kids. I don't expect it. I'm not married right now. I don't have a woman anywhere. Valentine's Day's coming up. Ain't you going to be sad on Valentine's Day? Hell no, I don't have anybody to be a Valentine. That's the way it is right now. I ain't missing it. I ain't feeling it. It's just freaking reality, you know. That's my philosophy on the stuff. Don't get me wrong, having kids and shit's great. Y'all want them. I was made the way I am made, and my wife worked this way. I don't have any. I am a wonderful teacher. I love working with kids when I have time, and I love teaching, and I understand small children up to whatever, and old people. And teaching is what I'm good at, but I chapter sack to get them to want to learn and get them mad at me kind of just a little, if you haven't noticed already, to get them interested in learning something new. Okay? It's the way I work. You got to keep them interested, even if they're like, Ronnie's so full of shit, and I'm going to go find out. Well, if you're going to find out, you're interested in learning. All right? That's my trick. I tell everybody that. You'll still fall into my same trap no matter what. I'll still get emails. I'll still get comments. Oh, that's bullshit. This is bullshit. But I'm always telling at least 90% of the truth. But leave a little hint that might be a little sketchy and razzing people to get them and keep them interested, okay? But the part about don't you miss kids and this, I said, how can you miss, it's either from jealousy or envy. It's the only way you're ever going to miss anything you never had. If you never had it, you don't know the experience. It's just like, I said, I'm honest. I don't know. No, I don't miss it. I don't know if I should because I've never experienced it. All right? True, honest. I'm always true and honest on what I say about my own self, my own thoughts, my own, not psychology, physio, whatever the hell, you know. Like a shaman monk. I'll just tell you the truth. This is what the frick is how I see it. Okay, just like, how do you explain, it's like the same question, and not to bring up Chinese New Year, but yeah, I was married to a Chinese lady. It was wonderful. Things didn't work out the way I planned or she planned, things, different life patterns, but she's doing great. She's still my best friend. She came from southern China. She saw ice once. She'd never been in temperatures below 32 degrees ever. How do you explain to someone that's used to an average temperature of 80 degrees up to 140 in the sun what 24 below feels like? With the wind blowing. You can't do it. You can't explain to them. They can't comprehend it until they feel it happen. When she came from China, December 23rd, it was 79 degrees when she left Guilin, China, flew to Shanghai, and flew to Chicago, and it was still warm there. It was in the 50s, you know, and she flew to Omaha, Nebraska. When I picked her up at the airport in Omaha, Nebraska, December 23rd, about 11:45 p.m., that real air temperature was -19 degrees, and the wind was blowing over 35 miles an hour. That gave you a wind chill factor of about 35 below. Now, is that a surprise to someone that's never felt snow? Never, you know, felt an ice cube, yeah, but it's never felt cold around them like that. Yes, it is. She learned what freaking cold was so fast when we opened that door out of the airport to get on the shuttle just to go to my car. She couldn't breathe, all right? It's just like, how do you know until you experience it? You don't. And then you learn from experience, yeah, that shit will kill you in a heartbeat. You know, you learn. But how does anybody know an answer to something they've never experienced in their own personal human life? They don't. They don't. You know, it's just like, but that's what I want to learn. I've always been, I want to know what that experience is like. People won't eat food. They've never tried it, but I ain't gonna like it, it's gonna, how do you know until you try it? Something that simple. Or going camping. Or living in a big city. Anything. The people that come up with an answer, well, I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna like it. You don't know until you experience it. Okay, that's what. Never stop experiencing new things. try it at least once, unless it's really super dangerous and idiotic and you feel bad for your safety. But don't get this attitude about, no, I ain't gonna, you ain't gonna like it. You might like it, you might not. You never know the experience until you experience it yourself. Just like having kids. Listen, I'm on it. Do I feel left out? Do I not having kids? No, I never had them. Do I miss having kids? Fuck no. I never had any. You know, I never had them. Now, if I had a kid, and God forbid if I did, this is hypothetical, and then the kid died in a car accident or something, or a fire, yeah, it'd really fucking suck, I'm sure. But I don't know, because I've never experienced it, and that's part of my mental reason, because I've seen so many problems with kids. I was a problem child that didn't fit in. I didn't really do anything illegal or any bullshit or hurt anybody, but just problems. And I will tell you the truth, 90% of the people I know that are happily married, when they had their kids, and you ask them after them kids are gone out of the house 30 years later, I'd say, if you knew back then what having kids was going to be about, would you had kids? And every answer comes out this way first, man or woman. If they're married to them, they're the same ones, man or woman, this is the first words out of their mouth. 99% of them go, don't get me wrong, I love my kid, or I love my kids, but if I knew what a harassment and pain in the ass it was to have kids and do all that shit, and when I was 24, 28, whenever I had my first kids, I would have never done it. And that's no lie, and you can go research that. But that's the first word out of every parent's mouth. If you ask them, do you ever regret having kids? If you knew now, you know, back then, would you have kids? And the first words, 99%, don't get me wrong, I love my kids so much. They're my whole world. But if I knew what the fuck problems it was going to be and the shit it took and the harassment, they would have never done it. 60% say they'd never had kids. And you can go research that shit. Okay, that's my point. So, yeah, I'm not a freak just because people don't have kids or never felt cold or, you know, I said never done illegal, just new shit. Try new shit. Find out. I've been around kids, had them spend the night. I've been around ladies that had kids, but they never live with me because I'm not made that way. I've spent the night with ladies that have kids at their home. You know, we were going out, not just a one-nighter, and took kids camping and their kids, but they weren't my kids, and they weren't her kids. We were just all friends together as a little happy family while at work, and it was cool. But I do not know what having my own kids is like, or grandkids, and I really don't give a fuck, because I don't miss it. And that's not a bad way to be. It's philosophy. I had a chance to do if I wanted to, and the gods told me, you're not supposed to. Okay, so that's it. Alright, now I gotta do a walk by. That's my talk. I wanted to make it quick. It's probably 10 fucking minutes, but sorry about that. But yeah, I just want to explain Ronnie's philosophy on things that people have experienced where other people haven't. You gotta give them a little leeway, you know, because everybody's different and they have their own way of doing things, okay? Try to understand and see through their eyes. You know, there's some of us that are not the majority. That doesn't make us bad. Okay? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye.